Police say they have surveillance footage, in fact, that shows the woman passing the suspect at Olympic and Hope yesterday morning when he randomly turns around and stabs the 60-something-year-old victim from behind. A passerby put pressure on the woman's wound until paramedics arrived and rushed her to a hospital.
Honestly, it's like zombie land at night. Sometimes it's evenings by Whole Foods or by Ralph's because so many homeless people here. It is really dangerous.
LAPD arrested the suspect, saying he was homeless, and again, that innocent victim is recovering in the hospital this morning.
New details emerging this morning about the victims of a deadly four-car crash in Anaheim that police say was caused by a reckless driver.
We have Mario standing by with more. Good morning.
Good morning. This all happened within seconds. Police say that driver, a 19-year-old, sped through a red light here at this intersection, and now you can see it here. There's a growing memorial for the two victims, some who knew them and those just heartbroken by the tragedy. So let's go to the pictures here. This is 70-year-old Alberto Viveros of Orange. Police say he was driving a red Toyota Camry when he was hit, and his family telling us he leaves behind 12 children, 30 grandchildren, and 5 great-grandchildren. And the other victim, a 14-year-old Andrew Sanchez of Anaheim. Investigators say he was in the front seat of a silver Infiniti, one of the passengers, the same car seen driving erratically before the crash. Family and friends, they held a vigil here Tuesday, lighting candles and sharing memories. Loved ones still trying to process this tragedy that unfolded quickly. Police say just before 1 a.m. Tuesday, an officer spotted that Infiniti driving erratically just a few blocks away, and before a stop could be made, investigators say the driver turned off the lights and sped off. He ran through a red light, they say, here at Anaheim and Lincoln, crashing into 3 vehicles, including Vivero's red Camry. Police say no pursuit was ever initiated. Meanwhile, we continue to hear from community members stopping by the memorial here this morning.
I was on my way to work. I actually heard about it the night before, that same day, 1 o'clock in the morning, I think it was. And then when I got here is when I started hearing a little bit more. Young, had grandkids, like, it's sad. It's sad for everybody.
I live down the street. I've been running by all day, running errands, but I wanted to put something down to encourage the family, to remind them that there's hope after death. It just makes you realize how valuable every moment you have in life is, and you have to make the most of every moment because you just never know.
14-year-old Andrew Sanchez and 70-year-old Alberto Viveros both died at the scene. 2 teenage girls in the back seat of the Infiniti also hospitalized in critical condition, but we're learning they're expected to survive. Now back out here at this memorial, 2 families and a community grieving this morning. That 14-year-old, a freshman at Anaheim High School, which is less than a mile away from this location. And we can tell you the 19-year-old who was behind the wheel of that silver Infiniti, police say he remains in critical condition and could face felony charges pending the outcome of the investigation that is ongoing. Live in Anaheim, I'm Mario Ramirez. Back to you.
Oh, wow. So heartbreaking there for that community. Mario, thank you. Copper wire thieves strike again, this time in Van Nuys. 2 suspects stealing long lines of cable wires from underground. The whole thing caught on camera. Let's show you that. According to witnesses, the latest incident happened yesterday. It was around 3 a.m. near Hazleton Avenue and Sherman Way. 2 suspects that they're seen pulling cables from underground. Candace Cervantes heard all the action, and she started recording this video. Her video shows a shirtless suspect pulling internet cables from underground while his partner stands watch near the getaway car.
He even took a long black cable, tied it to his car, and they were trying to like really take out as much as they could.
No, the thieves didn't seem worried about getting caught?
Oh, no. Not at all.
Well, as of last night, the neighborhood was without streetlights because of the copper thieves, and this morning the suspects are still on the run. News from overseas. Just released surveillance footage appears to show the kidnapping of an American journalist in Baghdad. This happened yesterday. Watch closely, top right corner there. Video obtained by the Associated Press seems to show 2 men approaching Shelley Kettleson on a street corner, ushering her into a car. It looks like there was a brief struggle to shut the door before they get into the vehicle and drive off. The Iran-backed militia is believed to be responsible for this. Iraq's Interior Ministry saying that 1 suspect was arrested and is being questioned. The freelance journalist was working there in Syria and Iraq for years. U.S. and Iraqi officials say Kettleson had been warned there were threats against her.
Former Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Gnome is responding to allegations involving her husband. She says she's devastated after claims that her husband shared photos of himself cross-dressing online. Claims also allege he interacted with people in a fetish community. Gnome's team is asking for privacy and prayers. The couple has been married for more than 30 years and has 3 children. Gnome says her focus right now is on her family and moving forward. She left her post earlier this year, as you know, after backlash after her handling of immigration and border policy.
8:10 still to come. It really sounds like a dream come true for busy moms. I want to hear it.
That's right. Childcare at the salon. Could this become a new trend? We sure hope so. But first, let's get a quick check on traffic from Stu up in Skyfox. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Skybox traffic brought to us by My Home Sold. Take a look at that run right there. That's going to be the 101 right by the 405. The right side of the screen, that is definitely going to be the southbound lanes. Making that turn, you can see Haskell, but I'm telling you, that's if you keep it going, you're getting on that 405. That is where all that slowing is. As far as the ride from the West Valley out to this location, actually looking unusually light today. Maybe the rain kept everybody in. If you go in the other direction, 405 all the way out to Calabasas and beyond, that ride looking fantastic. Let's take a look at some traffic hotspots.
Hello, I'm Adrian Hernandez with MyHomeSold.com, and we want to buy your house cash. We'll give you a cash offer for your house today. Sell your house the easy way with no commissions, no fees, no repairs. For free, no obligation, cash offer. Go to MyHomeSold.com.
A little history here. Some TV history made on this day in 1963, the premiere of an all-time great soap opera. General Hospital. Set in the fictional town of Port Charles, New York, it focused on the lives of doctors and nurses and patients.
Luke and Laura?
I don't know. I didn't watch it. Is it? Falling ratings, though, in the late 70s almost led to cancellation, but the writers turned things around with the romance of, there you go,
hey,
Luke and Laura.
Big wedding.
The wedding in 1981 remains the most watched event in daytime history. So we're talking 30 million viewers. Can you imagine?
Didn't he recently pass? The actor who played Luke?
I don't know.
A year ago, I believe so.
Oh. Did you watch soap operas? Like
I did. I watched Days of Our Lives.
Okay. Okay. Did you ever watch
The Hourglass? Like Sands Through the Hourglass?
Yes. Yes. Did you ever watch Passions?
No. That was a newer one, though, right?
Yeah, it was. And then it got weird. And then, like, there was witchcraft. Yes, I was in love with Louise.
I mean, listen, the Days of Our Lives got a little weird, too. There was an exorcism or a possession.
See? Like, why do we have to go there? I don't understand. It just takes a weird turn, and then, yeah. Anyway.
We grew up on these soap operas. Okay, you know, you hear it all the time. You work too hard, hun. Treat yourself. All right, but how? Who's going to watch the kids, right? Well, how about the idea of a salon that offers not just pampering and relaxation, but childcare?
Okay, let's see it. Scott McCain has the story.
The line formed early. The American Fork mayor helping cut the ribbon. And just like that, a sanctuary for Utah County moms and their children was open.
It costs extra to get a babysitter, and so to have someplace that is built in that my kids can be safe and I can do things that I enjoy.
Madeline Hatch helped bring the salon to life.
It has seriously been my baby for almost a year now. We've been working on it and getting things going.
But even after months of labor, neither she nor her husband were certain what kind of reception they'd get.
We were hoping to have at least like 10 people come out to the grand opening, so to see a whole pile of people is amazing to have here. It's just, we're so blessed.
Some of those waiting in line say a place like this, very much needed.
I feel like there's kind of a new, I don't know, movement of like places for moms, especially around here.
A place where a mom can relax, knowing that their younger children are being looked after in a secure play area, and where they could look in on them through a TV monitor. And there's also something for the older kids as well.
I'm looking forward to getting my nails painted, and I saw teddies in the window. Teddies are my favorite animal.
Madeline worked as a nail technician while studying computer science. But at one point, she said she realized she wanted something more out of life than bandwidth and motherboards.
Once I graduated, I realized there just really wasn't a good place for moms in Utah County to come and get pampered, and moms deserve it. There's tons of other salons out there, but you can't bring your kids.
It's like a play date for moms, right?
Yeah, exactly. We're always looking for chances of like being able to be together, you know? And if we can bring our kids, then it's just a whole big party.
It's fine. We just have to go to Utah.
Let's go to Utah
to get it done.
Yeah.
There was a place where I can't remember where on the west side where you could go and the kids would play and you could get some work done on a computer. Like there was like a little coffee shop.
Oh, I remember that. We did like a live shot from there once.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I can't remember it either.
If it's still open or not. But I've not heard of a spa. So hey, entrepreneurs, here's a
that would be right. What a good opportunity. Seriously, bring that to Los Angeles, please.
Exactly. So somebody, come on, make this for the
Something
mommies
tells
and
me you'll be
daddies.
paying a little more here.
Yeah, something. They have something for the gym. I know some gyms have like a little caregiving area.
I have seen the dads at the gyms with the kids
working
in
out.
Strollers. Yes, right next to the dads who are like lifting the weights. I've seen it before.
Way.
Yes.
I don't know.
Wow.
That's a good idea. But yeah, they do have some gyms that have little kiddie corner. Anyway, make it happen. Do a spa with a little daycare. 73 today. Well, actually, no. This is for the month of April. Today, we start a new month. Yeah, guys. Today is April Fool's Day. It's April 1st. And so we like to give you some of the climatological data for the month. On average, around 73 is the high temperature, 54 overnight lows. And we don't get as much rainfall. So big jump from March to April. Just about 6 or 7/10 of an inch of rain on average for the month. It's the 5th wettest month behind March. And speaking of March, my God, every single day for the month of March, except yesterday we had above average temperatures. And yesterday we started the clouds, and then we had some rain overnight, which were impressive numbers here. Newhall Pass, 0.8 of an inch of rain, almost an inch. San Bernardino, almost 3/4 of an inch. Cerritos, 1/4 of an inch of rain. This is nice. Huntington Beach, 3/100. That area of low pressure that brought us a cold front last night and this morning is now moving off to our east. High pressure behind it's going to build. In fact, by Friday into the upcoming weekend, we're going to get that offshore flow. So those winds coming out of the northeast are really going to start to warm us up, and temperatures will get back up to above average, and it'll be a beautiful weekend with Easter Sunday looking at 80s in a lot of spots. So whatever you have planned for Easter Sunday, starting out with Easter sunrise service to the brunch and the Easter egg hunt, it will be dry and it will be warm and sunny. The winds, in the meantime, will start to kick in tonight into tomorrow. So those wind gusts can get up to 50 miles an hour for the mountains and the desert areas, and then they'll start to weaken Saturday into Sunday. Highs today ranging from 69 in downtown LA, 86 in Indio, 68 in San Diego. And here's your day planner for Anaheim. Speaking of, getting to around 69 at 3 p.m. A mixture of some sunshine and some clouds. Thousand Oaks out in Ventura, 65 degrees at 1 p.m. So yeah, we're going to stay slightly below the average, and then we'll warm up as we get into the weekend. Big Bear, lots of sunshine, getting to around 48 at 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. later this afternoon. All right, there's my weather for now. Let's go to, where should we go? Should we go back to them?
Go back to us.
Back to you,
back to us.
Come to us. Yay. Okay, up next, we're talking Dodgers online frenzy over their new bobblehead. Yeah. Have you seen it?
I have.
It's a good one. We'll be right back.
Let's talk Dodgers. Shohei Ohtani took the mound at Dodger Stadium for the first time this season and had a sparkling debut.
To Naylor. Got a chase on a splitter to 30 deals. did he go? He did. And the inning is over.
Shohei gave up only one hit in 6 scoreless innings as the Dodgers beat the Guardians 4-1. He also helped at the plate, too, getting 1 hit and 2 walks.
Nice.
Good to be able to start the game, go through 6 under a limited pitch count, and even in this condition, I thought I'm going to put it, charge it the experience. That's my intention every year, is to be a better pitcher, better player, and I hope that at the end of the year, my intention is to be able to look back and say that was a really good pitching season.
And it was a hugely successful bobblehead night, too. Yoshi from Super Mario Brothers.
So cute.
How cute, right?
Yeah.
Wearing Yamamoto's number 18 jersey. How perfect. Some of them were signed by the World Series MVP himself. Ticket prices soared, of course, because of the giveaway. Fans paying 2 or 3 times the original price, which already expensive.
Yeah.
And naturally, the bobbleheads are already going for hundreds of dollars on eBay. Yamamoto will be the starting pitcher for tonight's game against the Guardians.
Standing on your head also was supposed to be good for you. I think Maria does that every morning.
Really? Oh, yeah.
No, she lays upside down in her
table.
Yeah, I turn upside down.
Oh, you do? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, just to get the blood flowing to
For
the
how
head.
long?
There's something to that.
Usually a couple minutes, a minute. Yeah.
So I'm going to start doing that. Try that.
You'll feel the difference. Do it.
Yeah, you'll feel a head rush when you put your head down. Okay, it may be April, but March Madness rolls on as UCLA women prepare for the Final Four game against Texas on Friday night. The Lady Bruins got some work in yesterday before departing for Arizona. In their first 4 victories of the tournament, they have outscored their opponents by 108 points. But Friday's game is expected to be close because it was Texas that handed UCLA its only loss back in late November. Game time, 6:30 p.m.
Go Lady Bruins. All right, coming up next, we're going to check in with Coco, hanging with some Smarties in Venice.
Good morning. I am with a bunch of smart children. I'm having fun already. We are at the Rediscover Center in Venice. We're going to tell you more about the mission to make sure kids have access to art.
Good morning. Welcome to 8:30 and welcome back to Maria.
Thank you.
It's good to have you back.
Thank you.
What's your favorite song that's called Maria? Is it Blondie? Maria.
Oh, there's so many. I know there's one, there's like a rap, hip hop.
Or the Maria.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's
reminds
the one.
me of a West Side Story.
That's the one.
What's it like to have songs with your name in it?
I think it's the name.
I wouldn't know.
I believe it is the name with the most songs written.
I believe you.
Is it?
I mean, I could be wrong, but I believe at one time,
Yeah.
it is the most written about name.
Sasha, our executive producer, posted a really funny meme on her Instagram, like when you were a kid and you couldn't find any souvenir with your name on it, there are different forms of childhood trauma.
Yes.
And I'm like, yes,
That's true. You're poor Roxy, but your name is very unique. Your name is in that 86753. Jen.
And yours is, I'ma take you by the hand and make you understand, Amanda.
That's a good one.
I tried to go up when, whatever, we tried to harmonize. It's okay.
There's a song called Aroxia.
No,
there's one coming. Yeah, somebody's going to do it. I know there are children named after Aroxia now. At least 2 babies. I know.
Wow.
Yes, I have heard. They have told me. So.
Amazing.
Anyway, that being said, let's talk about this. It is good to be back, ladies. So it's nice to see you up here on the desk. Let me walk over to the green screen. You 3 carry on. I do want to talk about the end of March yesterday, the last day of the month, and we finally cooled off because of that approaching cold front. But every single other day was an above average high temperature. So we remained dry through the month of March. In fact, the last 2 weeks in February it was dry. But it was nice to get that 70 degrees yesterday. And of course, it was nice to get that rain. Around 29/100th of an inch of rain fell near downtown LA. Our high today, though, a little cooler than the average of 71, so we're expecting 69, and that sun will set at 7:14 later this afternoon. The winds are going to shift, and that will change our temperature. So right now, we're still getting an onshore flow, so that's bringing in that cooler air mass. The winds kind of gusty over the mountains and deserts, and it will get gustier tonight through tomorrow, but then watch as the winds get more offshore by Friday. So we'll get that northeasterly wind, and it will be a little stronger by Friday afternoon into Saturday. You can see here those wind gusts nearing 48 to 50 miles per hour. So we'll get breezy to gusty in those wind-prone areas caused by those northeasterly winds, and then that will help to clear out the clouds and give us plenty of sunshine. But that warming trend into Easter holiday on Sunday. Here are the highs today. 67 in Woodland Hills, 69 in Pasadena, 72 in San Bernardino, and if you like it warmer, 83 in Palm Springs. All right, I'll show you that 7-day forecast in just a couple minutes. But first, let's check in on traffic. Samada's back in studio with a look at our freeways. Hey, Samada.
Good morning, Maria. And yes, welcome back. We certainly missed you. I missed you. We've got a look at our traffic conditions, and some areas still dealing with some wet roads, but there are other locations that are drying up. But we also wanted to point out this latest collision. Vehicle versus the guardrail is taking away or partially blocking a lane of traffic. LA County Fire Department is headed to the scene. Westbound side of the 210 at Mount Olive Drive, and a little slow and go through that stretch through Irwindale. Here's a look at a real-time traffic. 32 minutes from downtown to get to Santa Monica. Your drive, not too bad. Northbound 110 from the 405 going inbound from the Gardena area, looking pretty good as well. Oh, here's the sunshine, and both directions move along through downtown at Wilshire Boulevard. Ladies.
Thank you, Samada. New this morning, 2 U.S. Army flight crews will not be punished over a helicopter flyby at the home of Kid Rock. The singer sharing the clip on social media over the weekend, showing him saluting an Apache helicopter from his Nashville home. The air crew flew from nearby Fort Campbell. The Army says there was not an official request to approve the mansion mission. The military originally suspended them while an investigation started, but that suspension was lifted last night, and the Pentagon says they will not be punished. To clarify, the Army says there was not an official request, as we said, to approve the mission, and appropriate action will be taken if any violations of protocol are found.
Thank you for reiterating that.
You're welcome.
As the war with Iran drags on, fuel prices, unfortunately, well, you feel it and see it, it's climbing high, record high territory. JetBlue has actually announced it has raised checked bag fees by as much as $9 to offset the cost of fuel. JetBlue is just the latest airline to make adjustments, with fuel prices jumping more than 85% since the war began. Meanwhile, the cost of fuel for cars also going up. Yesterday, the national average for a gallon of gas surpassed $4 for the first time since 2022. Now, AAA says it is at $4.06.
Wow. Okay, get ready for the next big thing in cruising. Royal Caribbean just revealed the first look at their next mega ship, the Hero of the Seas. Take a look. The Icon class ship. Wow, there's so much going on. We'll have 9 pools, the most at sea. That includes the largest swim-up bar. It will also have 28 restaurants, including a train ride.
A train ride?
A train ride.
Wow.
And a New Orleans supper club. But the real standout, the ultimate family treehouse. This, a 3-story suite with a rooftop terrace, private whirlpool, and even a teen hideout.
Oh my! This is a suite you can rent?
Yeah.
Up to 12 guests.
It's like Swiss Family of Robinson right here.
It is.
Wow.
Okay, we don't even want to know the price, but Hero of the Seas sails out of Miami starting next year. Royal Caribbean also has another Icon ship debuting next year, the Legend of the Seas.
It does not look real, right?
It doesn't.
No.
Wow, unbelievable.
Look at that.
Futuristic.
It's like an entire resort.
It's a city.
It is.
It's Legoland on wheels.
It's a civilization. Yeah. Wild. Okay, we're just 71 days away from the start of the FIFA World Cup, and the final scramble for tickets now underway. FIFA opening its last-minute sales phase at 8 o'clock this morning, so it's open 36 minutes in. This is the 4th and final sales phase that you can get into. Unlike previous phases, tickets will not be offered via lottery. It's first-come, first-served basis, and it runs up to kickoff in June. Just be aware, a dynamic pricing system is in effect, which could push some tickets, into the thousands. Experts say that don't let FOMO rush into a panic buy. Some ticket prices for less popular matches have actually started to drop. So, be mindful.
Yeah.
Get in on it.
It's true. All right, so Rediscover Center is dedicated to giving every child in Los Angeles County access to creative STEAM education.
That's right. Coco McAvoy live in Venice to show us how it all works. Hi, Coco.
Hey there, we are here at the Rediscover Center in Venice, where kids have become makers. They are making art here. I'm with my co-host, I should say, with his own microphone from Rediscover News.
Hello.
This is Patrick. But there's even a news station, okay? Marlo has made a news station here. Tell us about it.
So I made a news station, and it has a big satellite and a bunch of windows. And I think that the city needs a news station because cities always have news stations.
That's right. I like it, Marlo. It's so creative. Okay, got to get back to my co-host here, Patrick.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So tell us about what the kids are working on.
They're using recycled materials to make pretty much anything they want to. They're using corks, cardboard, bottle caps, plastic, as you can see. We are Rediscover Center. We are a creative reuse center and education center. We use all recycled materials, so all these have been donated by households and businesses, and they are using them to promote self-expression and creative reuse.
And really bouncing off of that, talk about the mission of Rediscover Center.
So at Rediscover, we like to put real tools in the hands of kids so that they can use their own self-confidence and creativity to build what they want to see in the world. So as you can see, we are building a little tiny town right now. We're using corks to make cork people. We're using cardboard and paper to make buildings and all the infrastructure that a city needs.
I love that. And the thing that's so cool, too, is you offer affordable programs, too. So you offer financial aid for people who might need some help being able to put their kids in these camps.
We do, yes. We offer income-based financial aid. So our camps are running during spring break, summer break, winter break, all those school holidays. And we like to give people an interesting place to send their kids that they can afford.
I love that. And the thing that's so cool, I was telling you, you have all kinds of different materials, and you said donations are really important for you, right? To
Absolutely.
keep this running?
We are a donation-run program. We only buy our tools, and we only buy the barest essentials that we need, but everything else you see in this space is donated by households around Los Angeles.
I love that. Well, thank you so much, Patrick, for talking to us. Head over to rediscovercenter.org for more information, especially if you want to sign up your kids for these camps, because it's so much fun. The kids are all working together, having a great time, and learning, too. I'll send it back to you.
It does look like fun.
It does. And you know what? Tell them thank you for supporting local news.
That's right.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
That's right. Yes.
I love the music. Do, 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 do,
Uh-huh.
do,
Very
do,
playful.
do. Yes, very fun.
And she's in her pink on Wednesday.
You know what?
As usual.
Consistency is key.
I know. We love
That's
you,
our
Coco.
No one pulls off pink like Coco, though.
True.
Truly.
Really.
Yeah. Good morning to you. Entertainment is sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. So this Sunday, you guys have some Easter plans already?
Sure do.
All right, little Easter egg hunt with the kids?
Yeah, a little bit.
Very cute. That's right. Reminder, this Sunday is Easter, and Fox is celebrating the season with its limited television event called The Faithful Women of the Bible. Love, family, power, and storytelling that makes you see these women in a new way. Minnie Driver stars as Sarah, and Jeffrey Donovan stars as her husband, Abraham. And I caught up with them on the Fox lot to discuss the filming of The Faithful. What's old is new again, or hey, what's old never really goes out of style.
Surely nothing is impossible for God.
I always felt, even from the beginning of time, that everyone is given a gift that they share with the world. And part of your gifts are storytelling. What's another gift besides in the entertainment industry that you feel you were given?
Jeff?
Jeff,
difficult
what's your patience?
Jeff.
A good singing voice.
I can tell you I know what one of your gifts is. Because when we were in Rome, and Jeff was away from his family, which is always really hard, he would come into hair and makeup every day with the stories of what he cooked for dinner the night before. This guy would go to the fish market. He would literally find the branzino that was still flip-flopping around, and then he would stuff it with some herbs, and he would make a little pasta, and he would come in and tell us everything. And I was like, who were you cooking for? And he was like, just me.
Are you serious?
He's an amazing cook.
He appeared to me.
Who appeared to you?
An angel of God.
Let's talk location, location, location. Literally when in Rome, right? So you get to do this classic tale, and you get to do it in one of the most historic cities. Now, you probably have been there before, but working in Rome and telling these stories around all of this history, what was something that you took away from location, location, location?
Well, I had not been there.
You had not been there. That's right.
Yeah,
Never been to Italy.
It was my first experience. So I landed actually with my family, with my wife and 4 kids. And so we were kind of navigating the Colosseum and the Vatican and
all
the cobblestone streets.
So you got to play tourist and work and make it Rome's sweet home.
Yeah, nice.
Goodness, you're so good at what you do. Can I just tell you, you are really good at this.
It's a magical city.
I would say the most magical city on the face of the earth. Like 1,000%.
Right.
Rome brings you in. You realize that for thousands of years, people have just been, not thousands of years, hundreds of years, people have been walking across the tile that Michelangelo laid in Campidoglio. That everywhere you go, you are part of that city. You can lean against the wall of the Pantheon. You can feel the heat of the sun in that ancient rock. Like, it's the most magical place, and it is filled with the most magical people.
I agree with Minnie Driver. Rome is very magical.
Oh my gosh, my favorite city.
I've never been. I want to go.
One day you'll have to
One
go.
day for
you
sure.
Will go.
It's really like walking in a museum.
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole city is a museum. It's pretty amazing. Just don't go in August.
Oh yeah.
No.
I went in September.
It was leaves.
Right. I went in September, late September, and I thought it was a great time. I just really love the pacing in Italy, where people sit, they have their coffee, they just
dinner's like 3 hours.
Yes, it's an event.
Yeah.
You can eat a whole plate of pasta and not gain a pound.
Right, and you eat the salad after.
Yeah. There's always like a limoncello to end the evening.
Yes, to end on the cobblestone streets.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Well, catch the Faithful finale this Easter Sunday, 8 p.m. right here on Fox. And speaking of Faithful, last hour we asked you, would you date a friend's ex? 61% say no way, not today, not ever.
Okay.
It's off limits. Go to foxla.com/vote or scan that QR code. But wait.
Do we have comments?
We do have some commies.
Yes.
Here are a few comments you left us from Jennifer Martinez. She says, there's plenty of people in the world. Stay away from friends' ex. Jennifer, you're our people. We agree with you. Next, we've got Dee Dee in Ventura who says, if it doesn't bother them, I don't understand why it would bother you.
Oh, you mean basically like let them live their lives?
If it doesn't bother your friend, why should it bother you? All right, well, she's on the other side of it. Okay. Tanya Ray in San Bernardino says, I am never dating my friend's ex because I know how he treated her. And if he treated her poorly, he will treat me the same way.
Exactly.
Nope. Stay away.
Tanya?
All right, Tanya.
You speak truths.
We like truthful Tanya.
Yep.
Thank you so much. Keep sounding off in the comments.
It is a good point because you hear all the stuff from the, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
what's to
all
say
the bad
that,
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if they have the morals to date the friend, then
that's right.
They're going to do this exact same thing to you.
Especially when it comes to like being unfaithful, for example.
That's right. That they might continue that pattern. And let me just tell you something. You're not really true friends with someone unless you've heard the dirt about their significant other at some point.
Not everything is happy.
It's not all sparkles and roses.
Happy ducky? Is that a
happy? You know what it is today?
It's hunky dory.
Hunky dory.
Yeah.
Happy ducky.
Happy ducky.
You know.
Happy ducky.
Happy ducky to you.
Why not? All right, coming up. For many fans, a baseball stadium is like their church, right?
Yes.
It's a place to commune, it's a place of hope, and sometimes it's a place of miracles.
We will talk to one priest who's behind a movie that breaks down the very real spiritual connection between baseball and religion. First, though, let's head over to Samada.
Not so happy ducky, Roxia.
Happy ducky.
Traffic conditions on a serious note. We do have this three-vehicle crash in the Costa Mesa area blocking a lane of traffic due to a transport van accident southbound side of the 405 at Bristol Street. The delays continue to add up. We'll continue to keep tabs on that incident. And this still has you tied up for just a little bit westbound side of the 210 at Mount Olive Drive where a vehicle hit the guardrail. So Caltrans is going to be addressing that issue. Here's a look at some other traffic hotspots.
I looked up and just ran.
Maybe we need to seek somebody who does have the expertise to be able to guide us through the process.
If you're getting to an accident,
You're in good hands by dealing with Jacob and Ron.
call Jacob.
And welcome back to you. I'm meteorologist Maria Quaban. Good daily weather is sponsored by the law offices of Larry H. Parker. A look outside. Catalina's got some sunshine. We did get some showers there too, though. And it was a nice welcome rain last night and early this morning, but it is clearing out. Cool temperatures behind this area of low pressure. And there's still about a 10% chance for some showers left over this morning. Otherwise, we are going to clear things out. Winds are going to start picking up as well. First coming out of the west-northwest, then eventually out of the northeast, which will give us a beautiful weekend. Especially on Easter Sunday. There's that area of low pressure, and you can see that main cold front is now well to our east. High pressure behind it will build. That will give us sunshine. Looking at 67 today along our coast, getting to the upper 70s as we get to the end of the week. And this weekend, the coast will get a little bit of that sea breeze. So around 73 for Easter Sunday. But downtown LA, 69 today, up to 81 by Saturday and Sunday. So gorgeous Easter Sunday for your hunt, your egg hunt, or an Easter brunch perhaps, or sunrise service looks good. In the valley, 67 today. To the 86 on Sunday. Up to the mountains, 51, maybe a leftover stray shower, otherwise some sunshine. Temperatures will warm up to the 60s and upper 60s up in the high elevations. 69 in the high desert today, 82 on Sunday, and of course a little warmer in the Coachella Valley. 83 in Palm Springs today, and this weekend getting up to those low 90s for the holiday weekend. Back to you.
For many baseball fans, the game is like a religion.
It sure is, and the connection between the two is explored in the new Fox Sports 1 movie, Baseball Beyond Belief. Here's a look.
Baseball has myths, it has pilgrimages, it has rituals, it has saints and sinners, it has texts and relics and traditions. Baseball offers miracles in real time.
It's rebirth, it's renewal, it's hope, it's optimism, it's a new start.
Ooh, and here to talk more about it, Father Tom Gibbons, who's also the executive producer on the movie. Welcome.
Great. Thanks so much for having me.
Thanks for being here. Okay, so tell us about the movie.
Well, Baseball Beyond Belief is this great documentary with Paulus Productions, our production company, and Crewneck Productions, who's directed by John Scheinfeld, who did a fantastic job exploring the relationship between baseball and religion and how understanding baseball can help you understand religion, and understanding religion can help you understand baseball a little bit better.
Some would say baseball is a religion. Because, I mean, you have a devotion to your team.
Correct. Yes. People love their team in baseball, as well as religion. We also have sacred spaces. You know, it's Catholics, we have St. Peter's Square. You know, Muslims have Mecca, and Red Sox fans have Fenway Park. That's right. So, yeah.
It's so funny because when sometimes you hear people say things like that, you're like, oh, is that blasphemous? Like, is it okay to say that a sport is like a religion?
Yeah, it is like a religion in many ways.
So what do you explore in the film? What are some ways that you show, in addition to the fact that you just pointed out, the sacred spaces?
Sure, and it's like one of those things where, you know, especially as we, you know, as Christians are going into the Easter season, it really helps kind of, you know, we know about IQ or intellectual intelligence and EQ or emotional intelligence. This film really explores what I like to call SQ, or spiritual intelligence. Like, how do we relate to the divine? How do we relate to communities? How do we relate to places? You know, how do we relate to mystery? And religion does this very well, of course, but baseball does this as well. You know, we have, you know, being in LA, Kirk Gibson's home run is, you know, considered one of those miraculous moments that just, you know, or Freddie Freeman hitting all those home runs. Much to my chagrin, because I was rooting for the Yankees. But that's a different broadcast. That's a different. We won't go there right now. But no, we have these moments where it's like we think things are going to go one way and they go another.
Right.
That's so true.
Or you have those miraculous moments that happen on the diamond. You know, during the World Series, it feels euphoric. You get this feeling like, and especially if you're sharing that with another person, it's like, wow.
And bonded with people. You know, it's like there's something about ball teams that really bring a community together. You know, that really across, you know, income, across race, across wherever parts of town or whatever, you know,
everyone's
there's something. Everyone gets along. Exactly. Exactly.
That is really fascinating. Do you want to talk about your loyalties when it comes to baseball?
Yeah, would you like to?
I can. All right. I grew up in northern New Jersey, so I had to choose between the Yankees and the Mets, and I grew up, you know, my first awareness was Reggie Jackson. So when Reggie Jackson came on the scene, so So, but the Dodgers are a great team. My parents grew up in Brooklyn, so I was a little conflicted. Could I support the LA Dodgers? Would they be angry at me? My dad, when the Dodgers left Brooklyn, he devoted the rest of his life to watching golf, you know, so.
Yeah, well, the World Series for you a couple years ago must have been,
it wasn't a happier, it wasn't one of the more happier occasions, but I'm very happy. It was great to see everybody in LA doing well. So.
Is this your first time being involved in a film?
No, actually, I'm serving as the president of Paul's Productions. I have a film on PBS right now called Hollywood Priest that is about the founder of Paul's Productions. Paul's Productions, we create media that advances the conversation between the sacred and the secular. So, which is why we're so excited about this baseball film, because we feel like the director, John Scheinfeld, really did just that.
Yeah, I love that. All right, so Baseball Beyond Belief premieres Easter Sunday on Fox Sports 1. Thank you so much, Father, for joining us.
Great, thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, check it out.
All right, sounds good, looks good. Can't wait for that. Okay, we have so much more coming up, including the Triple Yoshi, triple fun. The Dodgers releasing a hilarious video in response to the new Super Mario Galaxy movie. We'll show it to you. Plus, former U.S. Representative Matt Gaetz claims he was briefed on an alien breeding program involving humans, and we're not sure whether this is an April Fool's joke. Stay tuned for that.
April 1st, all the April Fool's silliness around here. Samada and Amanda are having a great old time. Welcome to it, you guys. I'm Roxy Carvadian.
And I'm Sandra Endo. Thanks for joining us. Let's take a look at today's headlines.
So deputies responding to a 911 call out of East LA. They are ambushed and shot at, and now the suspect is dead.
President Trump making history today as he attends a Supreme Court hearing on birthright citizenship. What we know about the timeline for the ruling.
And it's been exactly 1 year since Val Kilmer passed away, but he will still have a role in an upcoming film thanks to some updated AI technology. There are a lot of strong feelings around that, and the director and producer of that film are joining us to share what went through this process, how the family gave their blessing and permission. Lots to discuss, but first, let's check in with the weather.
And we did have some rain last night. Did you hear the pitter-patter on the rooftop? We had a good amount of rainfall, actually. I backed up the radar to around 6 hours ago, and you can see from the beginning of this loop that we did have quite a bit of a shower activity, mostly now well to our east. There's some leftover instability, maybe a 10% chance that you could encounter some early this morning. Otherwise, we're really looking at some clearing skies and drier conditions. Right now, 56 degrees in Woodland Hills. It's 61 downtown LA. Same for Ontario. 57 in San Bernardino. It's 39 in Big Bear now to that 72 in Palm Springs. Actually, I just saw it tick up to 41 in Big Bear. Eventually up to the mountains in Big Bear. 51 this afternoon with a little bit more sunshine. High desert 69. The Coachella Valley today in the low desert 83. So that will be the warm spot if you want it warmer in Palm Springs. 69 for downtown, 67 for the valleys. Inland Empire, similar conditions there along our coastline. It will get warmer as we get to the upcoming holiday weekend. I'll go over those temperatures when I come back. In the meantime, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. Developing news in Orange County this morning. We're learning more about a great-grandfather and a teenage boy who were killed in a multi-vehicle car crash in Anaheim.
Mario Ramirez live there with the details. Mario?
Sandra, Roxia, police say this tragic accident crash was triggered by a 19-year-old driver who had 3 minors inside the car with him, including a local high school student who's being remembered at this memorial today. And we've seen plenty of people stopping by here, paying their respects, candles, flowers, and handwritten messages, some from those who just learned about the tragic crash. Take a look at the victims here. We want to start with the 70-year-old Alberto Viveros, a father of 12, a grandfather of 30, and a great-grandfather whose family says was the heart of their home. And the other life lost, 14-year-old Andrew Sanchez, a freshman at Anaheim High School, riding in the front passenger seat of the Silver Infinity, the same car police say ran through a red light here. After learning about the tragedy, loved ones gathered right here at the same scene of the crash, lighting candles, sharing memories. Viveros' family says that he was just 5 minutes from home after work, something he'd done countless times before, but this time he never made it back when a car with its lights off came out of nowhere. Police say it all started around 1 a.m. Tuesday when officers spotted that Silver Infinity driving erratically a few blocks away. And when they tried to catch up, they say the driver turned off the lights and sped off. Officers stressed they never initiated a pursuit, but moments later, he ran a red light at Anaheim and Lincoln, slamming into 3 others. One of those vehicles, a red Toyota Camry, belonged to Viveros, the 70-year-old victim. The 14-year-old still inside that Infinity also died from his injuries, and the community has been really showing out to pay their respects this morning.
It's devastating for everybody. It's completely devastating. So, and as a community, it's devastating for us that it's happened so close to home.
I feel for the family, for both sides of them. You know, they lost a good friend, boyfriend, uncle. You know, the mother's very tragic because I seen her. She was here yesterday morning, all hysterical to us. Who wouldn't be, you know?
Both families are now raising money to help with funeral expenses as this memorial out here continues to grow. Friends of Andrew remembering a teenager who should have had years ahead of him. And back out here live, I just spoke with one of Andrew's classmates from Anaheim High School where he attended, who described him as outgoing and friendly. And she also told us that news of the crash was spreading across campus during second period yesterday, and so many of the students and staff there are shocked to hear that it was one of their students. For now, live in Anaheim, I'm Mario Ramirez. Back to you.
It is really, really heartbreaking, and often the time we say, right, the innocent bystanders are the ones who end up getting hurt in these types of situations. Thank you, Mario. A family in Apple Valley demanding answers after a deputy shoots at an 18-year-old man. The Brown family saying that the shooting should never have happened. Watch closely. Attorneys say they called 911 to report a possible intruder inside the home. By the way, this video is a bit disturbing and tough to watch, so just want to warn you. They were told it was safe to come out, so they ran outside. As they did, a San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputy started shooting. 18-year-old Elijah Brown was shot multiple times, but he did survive. Here's the Nest Cam video of that shooting.
What is it? What is it? Hey!
So there you go. Elijah Brown did survive the shooting again. His family, though, and their attorneys demanding accountability from the Sheriff's Department. There is a press conference set for 10 o'clock this morning in Riverside at the federal courthouse. The family plans to release new details about what led up to the shooting, and we will be following this story throughout the day.
Developing news in East Los Angeles, sheriff deputies responding to a call suddenly come under fire there.
Yeah, the shooting led to a standoff, which then turned deadly. Gigi live for us in East LA with the story. Gigi.
And certainly some very tense moments for the deputies from the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department East LA station as they responded here on Downey Road for a call of help. Now, just before 2 o'clock this morning, a 911 call came in, either from a man threatening to harm himself or someone reporting that a man was about to hurt himself. Deputies with the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department responded, but the moment they arrived here at the home on Downey Road near Noakes, they say the man who called for help opened fire, ambushing them, pinning them down and cutting off their path to safety. With deputies trapped and rounds still being fired, the East LA station sent out its Bearcat. That's an armored rescue vehicle to help shield the deputies and get them out of the line of fire. Now, according to the Sheriff's Department, the suspect just kept shooting at them until deputies returned fire. The suspect is now dead, and investigators will work to determine whether or not he was struck by deputies' gunfire or if he took his own life, as the 911 call indicated. Now, bringing it back here live, you can see homicide detectives are still on the scene here. This case will not only be investigated by the Sheriff's Department, but the LA County District Attorney's Office, their Justice System Integrity Division, will review the case, as will the LA County's Office of Inspector General. And of course, it will be up to the medical examiner to determine the exact cause of the suspect's death. No information on him has been revealed, but it appears he was shot outside the home while family members were inside. Reporting live in East LA, I'm Gigi Graciette. Back to you.
All right, Gigi, thank you. A live look this morning from the Supreme Court in Washington, D.C., where a large crowd has gathered as justices discussed President Trump's executive order on birthright citizenship. President Trump listening in on those arguments. The first time a sitting president has ever done this. The president is appealing a lower court's ruling that struck down his citizenship restrictions. Trump's executive order declared that children born to parents who are in the United States illegally or temporarily are not American citizens. A ruling is expected by summer.
The president facing immediate legal pushback after signing a sweeping executive order on elections. The president's order calls for a nationwide list of verified voters and new restrictions on mail-in ballots, including blocking ballots to anyone not on approved state lists. It also processes tracking ballots with barcodes and could withhold federal funding from states that don't comply. The president claims mail-in fraud was the reason behind his executive order, despite courts and investigations debunking those allegations. Several Democratic-led states, including Oregon and Arizona, say they will sue, arguing the move violates the Constitution and intrudes on state-run elections. Legal back and forth and nearly guarantees this order will not have an effect on the midterm elections.
All right, coming up, an AI version of Val Kilmer is set to star in a new film as deep as the grave.
Yeah, and Amanda's talking with the filmmakers after the break, so you don't want to miss that. And you don't want to miss on a check on the roads out there.
That's right. We still have some traffic out there, a little bit anyway. Good Day LA Traffic is brought to you by DTLA Law Group Accident and Injury Attorneys. Here's a look at one of our live traffic cameras. This is the westbound 10 at San Pedro Street. You can see the west side. This is going towards Santa Monica. Actually not too bad. It's moving slow, but at least it's moving here. In fact, the drive times in and out of downtown LA on that west 10 between the 5 to the 405 towards Santa Monica, 29 minutes. On that northbound 110 between the 405 to the 10, not too bad, 20 minutes. And on that west 60 between the 57 to the 5, 33 minutes there. Here's a look at some of the other traffic hotspots.
This broadcast is locally sponsored by DTLA Law Group, Auto Accident and Injury Attorneys. Have an injury? Text Injury Help to 40222 or visit us online at calldowntown.com. Message and data rates and usage may apply.
Welcome back to Good Day LA. Entertainment sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. When Val Kilmer passed away 1 year ago exactly today, fans mourn the actor who brought several memorable characters to life on screen. But now, with modern technology and permission from Kilmer's family, our next two guests are bringing him back to life on screen. Take a look at this image of the late Val Kilmer It's AI generated, and it's going to be used in the new movie, As Deep as the Grave. And here to talk about this, the movie's director, Cordy Voorhees, and producer, John Voorhees. Thank you so much for joining me today. I know that so many people have so many questions about this, but I want to start with, you know, AI can do a lot. It can never obviously replicate the spirit and the essence of somebody, but it can do a lot of magical work. And you did get the blessing from Val Kilmer's estate, especially his daughter Mercedes, right?
Yes, certainly. And we call it Val Art, and that's what we're doing. And we're creating together with Mercedes, with Jack, with our team. And that's what we're focused on, and just making sure it's the best tribute it can possibly be, because who wants to see anything other than that?
Of course, tasteful tribute.
Doing this.
Yeah.
Tasteful tribute, honoring Val Kilmer, and honoring this great historical character.
It is a historical character. And, you know, I was doing some research. AI actually helped him in Top Gun Maverick when his voice was damaged from throat cancer. AI technology helped him deliver his lines in that famous scene with Tom Cruise.
Yep. We think the best scene in that movie.
Truly, the most touching.
Just so touching, such a brilliant film in general. And that's why, you know, whatever we're going to do, we're going to make sure it's just as good. And it's really important, because what a fantastic moment in that movie.
It was. Tell me how that conversation, I would love to just pick your brain. Did you go to his family? Did his family come to you? How did that conversation start?
So it's helpful for everybody to hear this story, because it's actually goes back 6 years when my brother wrote the script. We're New Mexico-based filmmakers. Val has spent so much of his life in New Mexico, and this role was actually really spoke to him. He's playing Father Finton, who's a Catholic priest, but also a Navajo spiritualist, and Val is also part Cherokee in his family history. So he really, really wanted to play this role. Now, as we were saying, because of the tragedy of his cancer, he actually lost his ability to speak, his ability to take roles. And so, and we didn't know this because we parted ways after it was determined we couldn't do the work together. He had actually carried that role with him for a while, and before his passing, when he was speaking to his children, he gave them the blessing and the freedom to do this. And if you talk to his children, they're adamant about this, that Val wanted to speak and to act and do all these things that carried beyond his life. So he gave them that blessing. And so then when we approached the estate, and we were actually really humble and grateful to hear that they were actually looking for something, a project like this to work on. It would have answered that question about how they were going to continue his legacy. And so it was an enthusiastic yes from their side, and we've built that trust, and we do believe we're going to do something that people are really going to remark at, because we think it's the right way to handle a likeness as great as Val.
Especially the support from the family, I think, is the key here, and I think it's important for the audience to know that, so they can go into watching the movie knowing they can actually enjoy it, because his family said it was okay. And not only his family, he did. He wanted this. This was his wish carried out.
Absolutely. And we're all about collaboration. We're filmmakers. You don't tell great stories unless it's through a collaboration. And we're so thankful to the Kilmer family. We're so thankful to everyone who has helped make the movie, the New Mexico film industry. The Navajo Nation produced the movie with us. Also, it was so great having
respect
SAG.
all around.
Absolutely. And the film industry has just been great with embracing how we're doing this. SAG coming out and saying that, you know, we're doing this right. This is a very difficult time for the film industry in general. We've been through a lot of changes the last several years. And we're just happy to be a positive contribution to that change and help folks establish the guardrails that we all need. I tell all my actor friends, you know, listen to Matthew McConaughey, control your likeness, right?
That's right.
That's for your future, right?
He says it's here. Matthew McConaughey says, embrace it, it's here. There is, though, and I really respect that you're saying that you're acknowledging that it has to be done the right way. There is a wrong way to using AI. What are some things, in your own opinion, that you think are wrong?
We think it's a free-for-all on the internet right now. And that's not good. That's not good for anybody. And I would mention several other great voices on this. Scarlett Johansson, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Cate Blanchett have all talked about ethical AI. And AI can be destructive if you're not using it ethically. And that's why, you know, we are all about ethical AI. And it's going to take all of us, you know, with that voice to help, like I said, set the guardrails here. That's what we want to do. That's what we want to be helpful with.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so many signs today. You know, you're here talking today. He passed away a year ago today. We had a priest on our show last hour. And 13 years ago today, I know our producer shared this with you, Val Kilmer was here in this building. What do you take as that? Is that a sign for you guys to carry forward?
Yeah, well, Val was an incredibly spiritual man, and this is something that we want people to know more about this side of him. If you read his autobiography, or there's a beautiful documentary that he did about all of his journey, his spiritual journey, and also his, as we said, his Native American past. Yeah. He's a lot more than the movie star that we all love. He's a very complicated, nuanced man, and so it's actually very fitting that this kind of performance, which, as we said at the top, this is not, it's like when you're working with an actor on a set and you're creating a character, in this case, a priest.
Yes.
It's very fitting that we can use that as a vehicle to handle all of these difficult subjects and ultimately tell a story that we think that he really wanted to tell, which is the story of the Southwest of New Mexico, the Native American people, and all the spiritualism there. So there's a lot there, and we want to make sure that people know that there's a right way to do this. We want to demonstrate that.
Yeah, thank you both for sharing that. It really has been very, very informative and also comforting. So thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, Cordy, John, thank you so much for joining us. I cannot wait to see the film. I'm sure so many other people as well. And we'll be right back. If Iceman's watching, we're hoping to make you proud, right?
That's it. You know, he said too, it's a great quote, that the only thing holier
Welcome back, 9:23. So last hour we asked you, would you date a friend's ex? Here are the results. 63% of you say off limits.
I agree.
off limits. 21 say with friends' blessing, and 16% say why not.
Whoa, 16% of you are wild.
You're also giving us some comments, which we love. Yeah, Michelle here says, no, just say no. So selfish and disrespectful. If you're even thinking about it, then be prepared to lose your friend and your joint friends. You'd be creating an uncomfortable environment for all.
Yeah, you got it, Michelle.
Oh,
I'm here for the
Michelle.
comments. I'm always here for the comments.
There's only one exception to that. One exception. So I know somebody who had a boyfriend in high school. They broke up. They grew up, and like 25 years later, the friend and that guy got together. Would that be okay?
Are they still friends with the friend that was with him first?
Yeah, they're friends.
Okay. Well, if it works for them.
I think if it's in high school, like
statute of limitations.
Yeah, I think there is a statute of limitations. So I think more than 20.
Who are we to judge?
More than 20 years, I think it's probably okay.
Okay.
know? But if it's like now or 30s, 20, no, no. For me, it's like, ooh, that becomes like you dating your brother. Right? I don't know. That's how I feel about it. Like if my friend's boyfriend, then that would then be my brother. No.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Because I would consider that friend's boyfriend my brother. Like my friend would be my best friend, my sister.
Yeah, of course.
Anyway, I'm going down that rabbit hole. Okay, let's talk about the rain that we got last night and into this morning. Last 12 hours, very impressive, actually. 85/100th of an inch of rain in Newhall Pass, San Bernardino, almost 3/4 of an inch. Cerritos, because of this colder air mass that moved through. 13 degrees cooler in Big Bear City at this time yesterday. 4 degrees cooler in Santa Monica and Burbank. So this is going to be the case today as that area of low pressure still spins nearby. It will continue to move out of here as we get to the end of the week and the weekend. So high pressure will then take over, and especially as we get to Friday and Saturday, that offshore flow will really give us a warming trend. And as we get into Easter Sunday, very nice with temperatures well above average into the 80s and even low 90s in some spots. I'll go over all the rest of the numbers in just a couple of minutes. Back to you.
Hi. How's it going?
How's it going?
Okay, this is going to be an exciting weekend because you can bring the whole family to watch the Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Who is this? Yoshi. Come on. So some dinosaur just shows up and he's now part of the group. Cool.
Oh, boy. Oh, Toad. Yeah, now playing in theaters. So exciting. It's a sequel to the 2023 Super Mario movie. It's
My boy's going to want to watch this.
Oh, yeah. It was a huge hit. Remember, it hit $1 billion mark at the box office. The stars are all back with Chris Pratt and Charlie Day voicing Mario and Luigi. Joining them for the sequel, that voice of Yoshi that you just heard, that's Emmy winner Donald Glover, who starred in a hilarious clip and a little promotion posted by our very own boys in blue, the Dodgers.
Oh.
Wait a minute, are you seeing your triple? Yoshi meets Yoshi meets Yoshi.
Aww, so
They're kind of doing the imitation of that Spider-Man meme, remember when they're all pointing?
Yes.
Dodgers pitcher Yoshinobu Yamamoto, the Nintendo Yoshi, and the voice actor for Yoshi, Donald Glover. I love it. Yoshi
awesome.
×3.
How about Peaches? Because Peaches was huge, right? Yeah.
I always choose Peach for Mario Kart.
You do?
Does she win?
Oh, yeah. With her cute little crown.
Do you guys remember the Super Nintendo sodas?
Yeah.
They were like little.
Tiny, yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh, it was like, the apple was the best. I think it was Luigi. It was so good. Yes. It was so good.
Sometimes when I wear my little bedtime cap, my little silk
like a
cap,
mushroom?
I look like Toad.
All right, well, don't forget, tonight it's going down between the Anaheim Ducks and the San Jose Sharks. The Ducks are in San Jose for this one. The game, though, is on Fox 11 Plus KCOP, where we will televise all Ducks games throughout the season. We'll be right back.
welcome to it. It is 9:31 on this Wednesday. I'm Roxy Carvadian.
And I'm Sandra Endo. All right, let's take a look at today's headlines. Unfortunately, 2 families are grieving this morning after a crash took the lives of a great-grandfather and a high school freshman.
Plus, members of Congress caught going on vacation while the government is still partially shut down. How TMZ is calling out these lawmakers.
And we're just hours away from NASA sending humans back to the moon. A live report out of the Kennedy Space Center. First check on weather.
And the weather looks good, actually, at Kennedy Space Center. Later this afternoon, we should see very few clouds and great for liftoff. So that's the good news. Here for us, we have some clearing skies as well. We had some showers, but there's a 10% chance for some leftover sprinkle here and there. Otherwise, we are looking at some clearing skies and drying conditions. The winds are going to pick up, especially coming out of the north and northwest first tonight into tomorrow, and then eventually out of the northeast as we expect an offshore flow, and that is going to help bring us some warmer temperatures and more sunshine just in time for the holiday weekend. In the meantime, we do have these high wind alerts going into effect, high wind warnings for portions of the high desert, wind advisories elsewhere for the mountains and deserts, getting up to wind gusts nearing 50 miles an hour through early Friday, and then the winds will shift on Friday. Watch the future gusts here as we get to very early Friday morning. You'll start to see that switch coming out of the north and then eventually out of the northeast. It will get gusty at times here on Friday. This will help really clear out the cloud cover and warm us up to well above average as we get to the upcoming weekend. Less wind by Easter Sunday. That's good news, but those temperatures will definitely warm up. Right now, we're looking at these highs: 69 for downtown, 67 in Woodland Hills, so a little cooler than average, 68 in Santa Cruz, 51 in Big Bear, to that warmer 83 in Palm Springs. We'll get to the 7-day in just a bit. Back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. Developing news in Anaheim this morning. New details are coming in about a 19-year-old who could face charges for causing a deadly multi-vehicle crash.
Yes, this accident sadly killed a great-grandfather and a teen boy. Mario joining us now at a sidewalk memorial for the victims. Mario.
Roxy, Sandra, this all happened in just seconds. Police say that 19-year-old driver ran through a red light here at this intersection. And at the same spot, you can see it behind me, a growing memorial where we've seen a steady flow of people here all morning, dropping off flowers or lighting a candle as the community here is grieving 2 victims in that tragic crash. Take a look. Pictured here, we'll start with 70-year-old Alberto Viveros of Orange. Police say he was driving a red Toyota Camry when he was hit. His family telling us he leaves behind 12 children, 30 grandchildren, and 5 great-grandchildren. And the other victim, 14-year-old Andrew Sanchez, a freshman at Anaheim High School less than a mile away. He was a front seat passenger in a silver Infiniti, the same car that sped through the red light. Family and friends holding a vigil here Tuesday, lighting candles and sharing memories, trying to process the tragedy. Meanwhile, police say it was early Tuesday morning an officer spotted that silver Infiniti driving erratically a few blocks away, and before a stop could be made, they say the driver turned off his lights and sped off, then ran that red light here at Anaheim and Lincoln, crashing into 3 vehicles, including Vivero's red Camry. Police say no pursuit was ever initiated, and we continue to hear from people in this community stopping by the memorial here this morning.
I was on my way to work. I actually heard about it the night before, that same day, 1 o'clock in the morning, I think it was. And then when I got here is when I started hearing a little bit more. Young, had grandkids. Like, it's sad. It's sad for everybody.
I live down the street. I've been running by all day, running errands, but I wanted to put something down to encourage the family, to remind them that there's hope after death. It just makes you realize how valuable every moment you have in life is, and you have to make the most of every moment because you just never know.
14-year-old Andrew Sanchez and 70-year-old Alberto Viveros both dying at the scene here. 2 teenage girls that were in the backseat of the Infiniti also hospitalized in critical condition, and we're learning this morning they are expected to survive. Now back out here at the memorial, 2 families grieving right now, and you can see part of Viveros' legacy, some of his grandchildren and great-grandchildren pictured here. As for the 19-year-old driver of that silver Infiniti, he remains in critical condition this morning, according to police, and he could face felony charges as the investigation continues this morning. Live in Anaheim, I'm Mario Ramirez. Back to you.
Just so sad. All right, Mario. Thank you. Major developments in the Charlie Kirk assassination trial. The man accused of killing Kirk is now at the center of new questions about key evidence. Tyler Robinson's defense says the bullet that killed Kirk does not match the rifle he is linked to. Lawyers cite an analyst who could not confirm a match, calling the comparison inconclusive. The defense is asking to delay the next court hearing set to take place next month. They say they need time to review tens of thousands of files and hours of video. Prosecutors are seeking the death penalty for Robinson.
New this morning, new data from a lawsuit is giving a clearer picture of who was targeted in Minnesota earlier this year during ICE operations. In total, immigration agents arrested almost 3,800 people during the surge, with a peak of more than 100 per day in early January. Data collected by the Deportation Data Project shows less than 25% of the people arrested in Minnesota have any criminal convictions. Another 13% had pending criminal charges. ICE data doesn't specify the conviction, but it includes any felonies or misdemeanors or immigration violations and even traffic violations. In total, more than 60% of those arrested had nothing on their criminal records.
Just released surveillance footage appears to show the kidnapping of an American journalist in Baghdad. This happened and ushering her into a car. It looks as if there's a brief struggle to shut the car door before they get into the vehicle and then drive off. An Iran-backed militia is believed to be responsible for this. Iraq's interior ministry says one suspect has been arrested and is being questioned. The freelance journalist has been working in Syria and Iraq for years. U.S. and Iraqi officials say Kittleson has been warned there were threats against her.
And tonight, President Trump will deliver a primetime address on the conflict with Iran. On Tuesday, he said he expects the U.S. operations in Iran to wrap up in 2 to 3 weeks, telling reporters he's ready to finish the job. The president also lashed out at allies who refused to support the U.S. war effort, telling them to get your own oil. He also said the responsibility for keeping the Strait of Hormuz open belongs to countries that rely on it rather than the United States.
I had one goal. They will have no nuclear weapon. And that goal has been attained. They will not have nuclear weapons. But we're finishing the job. And I think within maybe 2 weeks, maybe a couple of days longer to do the job.
In the meantime, the Pentagon says thousands of additional U.S. troops are headed to the Middle East as the Trump administration has threatened to escalate the war if a deal is not reached soon. We will be streaming the president's address tonight at 6 o'clock. You can catch it on the Fox local app.
We are on day 46 of the partial government shutdown, which has left thousands of DHS employees without a paycheck. And people are fired up about this, which is why TMZ is giving people a way to call out lawmakers. And pictures have been rolling in. Congress, people at the castle in Scotland, South Carolina, Senator Lindsey Graham seen at Disney World with a bubble wand and at a Mickey brunch. Long Beach Representative Robert Garcia at a casino in Vegas. He says he was visiting his father who lives there. The story that's taken the internet by storm. And earlier on Good Day LA, we caught up with Harvey Levin about it. And here's his reaction when we asked him about the invasion of privacy concerns.
They're in a public space and we're not invading their privacy. I mean, their job is to stay in Congress and keep the job open. We're not going into private property. First of all, we're not even shooting the pictures, but the people who happen to be interacting with them are in public spaces. And they're taking pictures and they're sending it to us. So I'm not buying that at all.
He went on to say that TMZ isn't targeting one political party over the other and hopes they can begin to compromise so the government can open back up again.
All right, the World Cup, 71 days away, the final 6 spots in the 2026 FIFA World Cup. And now the stage is indeed set.
That's right. Iraq became the 48th and final team to secure a spot and compete at the World Cup. Italy and Jamaica are out, unfortunately, and Turkey is in. So the storylines are starting to unfold here. Turkey
edging out Kosovo in a 1-0 victory yesterday to qualify for the World Cup. It'll be their first appearance in the tournament since 2002. Now, the win puts them in Group D, which is why this is important, because that's the group the United States is in, and Turkey will be United States' third opponent in group play. We talked to iconic World Cup legend, USA defender, and Hall of Famer Marcelo Balboa about what we can expect from our home team.
You know what? The World Cup in '94 was the most watched event, right? And now we're going to host it again, and we're going to have the newest format. We're going to have more people watching, more viewership. So when you talk about the World Cup, we talk about the biggest tournament in the world. And now all eyes are going to be on this. More teams, more exciting, first-timers, debuters, teams that have repeated. This is a team that's got a lot of talent. I mean, probably the most talented individual team that we've seen in a long time. Now it's about putting it together as a group. And they've got a little over, 70 days to do that. So I think it's going to be, and we're hoping it's going to be a very magical run in the United States for our national team.
This will be the first time the World Cup features an expanded 48 teams, which gives more nations a chance to compete on the global stage and more games than ever. All right, ready for blastoff. We are just hours away from NASA's Artemis 2 rocket launch, which will send astronauts to the moon for the first time in more than 50 years.
Yeah, this is a big deal. Rebecca Castor is at Kennedy Space Center in Florida, where the countdown clock is ticking. Hi there.
Hey, Roxy and Sandra, you can see it behind me. We are 5 hours and 41 minutes to liftoff. It is the critical second test flight for the Artemis program. Astronauts won't be landing on the moon this time, but they're going to travel around the moon and back to see if the spacecraft is ready to put humans back on the moon in 2028. The Space Launch System rocket is fueled, and the Orion spacecraft is on the launch pad, ready to send 4 astronauts on NASA's first lunar mission since 1972. If all goes as planned, astronauts Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Cook, and Jeremy Hansen will travel further into space than any human has gone before.
We're going to be somewhere between 4,000 and 6,000 miles from the surface of the moon. We have the opportunity to see parts of the far side of the moon with human eyes that have never been seen before.
But there'll be no touchdown on this mission. Instead, the astronauts will slingshot around the moon to test Orion's ability to keep humans alive in deep space. Its biggest test will be re-entering Earth's atmosphere when the spacecraft is traveling at about 25,000 miles per hour and temperatures are hot.
And liftoff!
On Orion's first mission in 2022, without a crew on board, there was more damage to the heat shield than expected.
We did so much modeling on the interaction between this version of the heat shield and its environment, so there's a lot that we are going to learn on the flight.
This is all part of NASA's bigger plans to establish a long-term base camp on the moon that can one day catapult humans to Mars.
The first time we went because we wanted to get there first, to be there first, but this time we're going and staying.
After launching, the crew will spend the first 24 hours orbiting Earth to make sure the spacecraft is good to go. Then the engines will fire and send them towards the moon. Sandra and Aroxia, back to you.
It's going to be a historic one to watch. All right. Can't wait for that. Thank you so much, Rebecca. And Fox 11 will be streaming the Artemis launch later today. The time window is sometime between 3:24 and 5:24, but you could watch it right here on Fox 11 and the Fox Local app.
And get this, when NASA's Artemis 2 blasts off to the moon, there will be an extra guest on board. Let's show you that right there. This plush toy named Rise is a zero-gravity indicator. And NASA has selected Rise from more than 2,600 designs, which were submitted from around the world. The winning design came from second grader Lucas Yee, who lives in San Francisco. When the toy starts floating up in the air, the crew will know they have officially reached space. What a great thing. I didn't even know they were doing this.
I know. How
what
special.
An amazing thing for kids to participate in.
And how cute is that? All right.
Really cute.
Okay, coming up, Coco's checking out the Rediscover Center in Venice.
Good morning. That's right. We are here at the Rediscover Center in Venice, where kids have the opportunity to become makers of their own and create really cool things. We're going to take you live to the tinkering camp coming up.
Welcome back. The Supreme Court has ruled against a law banning conversion therapy for LGBT plus kids. In Colorado, an 8-1 high court majority sided with a Christian counselor who argues the law banning talk therapy violates the First Amendment. The justices agreed that the law raises free speech concerns and sent it back to lower courts to decide if it meets a legal standard that few laws pass. Colorado is one of about 24 states that ban the practice.
In the meantime, a federal judge has blocked President Trump's executive order to withhold congressionally approved funding for NPR and PBS. The ruling says it is a violation of the First Amendment to withhold money based on viewpoints or content. The White House pushing back, calling the decision ridiculous and saying that public broadcasters are not entitled to taxpayer funding and vowing to appeal.
All right, let's talk about our weather right now. We did have some impressive rain totals overnight and early this morning. The good news is that it is clearing out. There's that area of low pressure. The cold front has now extended over to the desert southwest, and we're left behind with just some clouds, which are beginning to clear. We've got some gustier winds that will be increasing out of the west-northwest, and then eventually high pressure behind that storm system will build, and that will give us an offshore flow, and that will help to warm us up just in time for the weekend. The coast 67 today. We'll get into those 70s as we get to the holiday weekend coming up. Downtown LA, just 69 today. That's a couple degrees cooler than the average. We should reach that average tomorrow, and then look at how we get up to 81 by Easter Sunday. So if you want to go to early sunrise mass, do some egg hunting, or the brunch plans will be going off great. Actually, a lot of sunshine, temperatures in the 80s, so it will be above average again. 51 into Big Bear later this afternoon, up to 66 on Sunday. Out towards the high desert areas, 69 degrees with plenty of sunshine, and then getting to those upper 70s, even low 80s as we get to Easter Sunday. And of course, a little warmer today in the Coachella Valley. Low desert 83, and Palm Springs to that 94, just in time for Easter Sunday. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Maria. Rediscover Center dedicated to giving every kid in LA access to creative STEAM education.
Coco McAvoy live in Venice to show us some of the fun the kids are having out there this morning, and for kids and adults alike, right? We could see right there.
Yes, kids and adults alike. There's so much fun to be had here at the Rediscover Center in Venice. I am here with my co-host again, Patrick, of course. So this is really a popular camp, this tinkering camp.
So yeah, at tinkering camp, we're working with slightly older elementary age kids, and they are using real power tools to do woodworking and creative crafting using all of our same recycled materials. But as you can see, we like to encourage building big here. This is a warm-up we call clamp bridges, where they're using scrap pieces of wood and these lovely squeeze clamps we have to make a structure that's actually tall enough for the tallest person in the room to walk through.
Exactly. I saw them making this too, and they had so much fun, all working together. And you've got big power tools in here too, and you teach safety.
Yes, safety is our baseline. So all the kids you see in here are wearing goggles and headphones when they're using these loud power tools. And then, yeah, they get into whatever projects they want to work on, and then we give them all the tools to do that.
And talk about your mission, the fact that you want to make sure that kids have access to art, but that it's affordable too.
Absolutely. We've noticed the lack of shop classes in schools and art classes even, and we often go into schools to actually replace those programs. So we are in those places trying to bring some STEM and STEAM-based education into the classroom.
I love that, and I'm going to come over here and talk to Max, who's working on a project. So, Max, tell us about what you're building here.
So I have a cat at home, and I made this tray because like sometimes me and my family we misplace things. So like this is gonna be like for the water and milk. This is for the dry food. This is for the wet food. I don't know what order it's gonna be in.
Awesome. And you built a lot of stuff, you were saying.
Yeah, I built multiple. I built probably like 10 things here. Last year I built like probably a house half the size of this table made out of wood, and like I just took like a whole week to make it, and now my cat's just sleeping there every day, and I just try to make more things. Like over there, if you see that little white thing, that's like one of those things that swings around, and there's like a little toy on it, and the cat tries to get it. Yeah, so I make a lot of things. I also I have a lot of like I know how to do like half of my projects is thanks to my dad, because like over the years he's teaching me like everything, like hacks to how to make this and easier ways instead of like taking forever.
Yeah.
So
that's amazing. Well, thank you so much, Max, and shout out to your dad as well. The Rediscover Center is such a cool place for kids to learn. You can see the website right there, rediscovercenter.org. I'll send it back to you.
I need to take a class there.
I know, we could learn a thing or two.
Yeah, how to build
Me too.
something.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Seriously, with all the cool power tools?
Yeah.
Thank you, Coco. So major changes begin this morning to CalFresh benefits affecting certain non-citizens. LA County officials say new federal rules will make some non-citizens, such as refugees or asylum seekers, ineligible for food assistance. Current recipients can keep benefits until their renewal if they still qualify. Officials urge recipients to update their contact information and to watch for notices. More changes to CalFresh take effect June 1st, including expanded work requirements for certain adults without dependents and reduced exemptions for some groups.
All right, the next time you weigh yourself on a scale and look up your BMI, don't take it too seriously. New research at the European Congress on Obesity in Istanbul says your body mass index often puts you in the wrong category. BMI has been an accepted tool used for decades to measure if a patient is underweight, normal weight, or obese. But researchers who measured the body fat of more than 1,000 adults using x-rays found that BMI misclassified more than 1/3 of the participants as obese. In reality, they were in the overweight category. The team suggests doctors use other measurements like the waist to height ratio or skin fold tests to better diagnose a patient's health.
Sam's Club shoppers will have to spend a little more to remain a member this year. Starting May 1st, club membership goes up to $60 a year for the basic tier, with a higher plus tier increasing to $120 a year. This marks the first time since there's been an increase since 2022, and still, though, that being said, remains cheaper than Costco membership. As for why the Walmart-owned club is raising prices, well, they sent an email to members saying that it will help in, quote, delivering unbeatable value and exceptional shopping experience while investing in an ever-expanding set of membership benefits. There you go.
Okay.
All right, still to come at 10 a.m. It's April Fool's Day, but a former congressman did not sound like he was kidding in a shocking interview.
That's right. Former Congressman Matt Gaetz claims the U.S. military is secretly breeding captured space aliens and humans. You want to hear more about this one.
And yesterday we told you that King Charles is making a state visit to Washington, D.C. later this month. Details on the historic speech he will make during that stop. Good morning. Welcome to 10 a.m. on this April 1st, April Fools. Here are some of the stories we are covering for you this morning.
That's right, an active investigation after a man opened fire on Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department off deputies ambushing them. We're live with the story.
In Orange County, a horrible crash claims the lives of a great-grandfather and a local high school freshman. Just ahead, we're live in Anaheim with how they're being remembered.
And things are looking up right now. We did have some showers that rolled through, but we're clearing out the skies. A little bit cooler. There's some leftover, maybe 10% chance for some morning showers. Otherwise, we're warming up, especially as we get to the upcoming weekend. We do have a holiday weekend coming up. I'll have the complete forecast in just a few moments.
Thank you, Maria. Developing news out of East Los Angeles. Sheriff's deputies responding to a call. Suddenly, they are fired upon.
The shooting led to a standoff which turned deadly, and Gigi Graciet is live in East LA with all the details. Gigi?
That's right. The investigation continues here in East Los Angeles after sheriff deputies say they were ambushed this morning with a man shooting at them. It all started just before 2 o'clock this morning with a 911 call for here on Downey Road. Either the man told the dispatcher he wanted to hurt himself or someone in his home called 911. When deputies say they arrived here on Downey Road, they immediately came under fire. Deputies were actually pinned down at one time, unable to get to safety. East LA station sending out their Bearcat, that's their armored response vehicle, to block the deputies from gunfire, enabling them to get to safety. And let's take a look at our eye in the sky as this investigation continues. Right now, it's unknown if the man died after deputies returned fire or if he killed himself in the driveway of that home here on Downey Road. It will be up to the medical examiner to determine the exact cause of death. LA County Sheriff's Department homicide detectives here on the scene conducting an investigation that will eventually be reviewed also by the district attorney's office. They appear to have investigators here too. Reporting live in East Los Angeles, I'm Gigi Graciet. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Gigi, thank you for those details. And new this morning, Cal OSHA has fined the LA County Sheriff's Department for safety violations tied to a deadly grenade explosion. 3 detectives were killed last July when a grenade detonated at a training facility. Investigators found explosives were left unattended and proper training was lacking. The department is appealing the $350,000 in fines. It still faces criticism, though, for withholding key documents. Multiple investigations, including into a missing second grenade, are ongoing as officials aim to prevent future workplace tragedies.
A family in Apple Valley is demanding answers after a deputy shot an 18-year-old man. This right here, live look from Riverside, where the man's family will be speaking about a San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputy and what happened, shooting an 18-year-old while responding to a call. Attorneys say the family called 911 to report a possible intruder inside of their home. Last February, they were told it was safe to come out. When they did, the deputy opened fire. 18-year-old Elijah Brown was shot multiple times. And there is a Nest Cam video of the shooting, which we'll show you. It's a bit tough to watch.
What is it? What is it? Hey!
Brown did survive the shooting. His family and attorneys demanding, of course, accountability now from the Sheriff's Department. And Nick Garcia is there. He will fill us in on the developments. But why don't we take a moment and listen into this press conference?
He was almost dead. I pray every day for his mental, my brother's mental, and my mom's mental, because I know that bothers them daily. And I'm just happy, and I thank God every day that I'm still able to call my brother, or my brother come see me, or I can tell my brother that I love him, because I wasn't able to, due to an officer shooting my brother for no reason. And I just want justice to be served for my brother because he deserves it. I have small children myself that loves to go over to my brother's house, which is my mom's home, and spend the night. And I just thank God every day that my children wasn't there the night of the officer arriving and shooting my brother. Thank you.
Mara, would you like to say a few words? No, that's fine. You want to say something? No. Does the Spirit fill you? Okay. Do you all have any questions for us? I would like to talk about that.
And Nick Garcia is there, and he will bring us some more information as the morning continues, as the family and the attorneys come out to speak on behalf of what they experienced, what happened. But again, Elijah Brown, 18 years old, he did survive the incident, but now they want accountability and more transparency as to what happened.
All right, on to this now. A sidewalk memorial now sits at the site of a 4-car crash that killed a great-grandfather and a teenage boy in Anaheim.
So tragic. Let's go to Mario right now. There is a memorial behind you, and these two victims, they were in two separate vehicles, Mario.
They were. We've been seeing, Roxy and Sandra, people stopping by this growing sidewalk memorial all morning. Police telling us that a 19-year-old driver triggered the crash, running a red light here at this intersection with 3 minors in the vehicle, including a local high school freshman. That's one of the 2 victims being honored, or being remembered here, I should say, where the crash happened. Now, take a look at the victims. Let's start with this 70-year-old victim here, Alberto Viveros, a father of 12, a grandfather of 30, and a great-grandfather whose family says he was the heart of their home. And the other life lost, the 14-year-old Andrew Sanchez, a freshman at Anaheim High School. He was riding in the front passenger seat of a silver Infiniti, the same car police say ran through the red light here. After learning about the tragedy, loved ones gathered right here at the same scene of the crash, lighting candles and sharing memories. Viveros' family says he was just minutes away from home after leaving work, and police say it all started around 1 a.m. Tuesday when officers spotted that silver Infiniti driving erratically a few blocks away. And when they tried to catch up, they say the driver turned off his lights and sped off. Officers stressed they never initiated a pursuit, and moments later he ran that light here at Anaheim and Lincoln, slamming into 3 others, they say. One of those vehicles, a red Toyota Camry belonging to Viveros, the 70-year-old victim. The 14-year-old still inside that Infiniti, also dying from his injuries. Meanwhile, the community has been showing their support, coming here to pay their respects this morning.
It's devastating for everybody. It's completely devastating. So as a community, it's devastating for us that it's happened so close to home.
I feel for the family, for both sides of them. You know, they lost a good friend, boyfriend, uncle. You know, the mother's very tragic because I seen her. She was here yesterday morning all hysterical too. Who wouldn't be, you know?
Both families are now trying to raise money to help with funeral expenses as the memorial out here continues to grow. Friends of Andrew, the high school student, remembering a teenager who should have had years ahead of him. Now back out here at the memorial, I spoke a little earlier with one of Andrew's classmates from Anaheim High School where he attended, who described him as outgoing and friendly. She also told us that news of this tragic crash started spreading around second period, about half a mile away from this crash site. Many of the students and staff shocked to hear that it was one of their students involved. For now, live in Anaheim, I'm Mario Ramirez. Back to you.
It all happened so close to school, to their home. So tragic there.
It really is.
Mario, thank you.
All right, Maria, welcome back to you. I don't think we've welcomed you back in this hour.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Nice to see you.
It's good to be back. Thank you very much. We do have some good news in the weather department. Perhaps you kind of woke up to some pitter-patter on the rooftops last night or early this morning. We did have a little weak storm that rolled through, gave us some much-wanted showers. It's been a while since we've had rain. Now looking at some sunshine here in Avalon on the island of Catalina. So a mixture of some sunshine and some clouds. You can see how it's starting to really dissipate. However, the last few frames here on our satellite radar pictures showing you just remnants of some of the sprinkles. There's still a 10% chance depending on where you are this morning, but that area of low pressure continues to trek east away from us. As we look at the futurecast here, high pressure is going to build behind it, and as we get to Friday, those winds will shift from the northwest, which will get gusty at times tonight into tomorrow. We'll be moving out of the northeast as we get to Friday and the upcoming weekend, and that will help to really clear out the clouds, and that will help to warm us up with temperatures getting up to well above average again as we get to the upcoming holiday weekend. In fact, Easter Sunday looking really nice with that offshore flow keeping the marine layer well offshore. Temperatures right now ranging from 64 downtown LA, 66 in Santa Ana, 43 in Big Bear. Highs ranging from 51 in Big Bear up to the mountains to 83 in the Coachella Valley in the low desert. Downtown LA a little cooler than yesterday, actually 69, 67 along the coastline, and valleys in the Inland Empire similarly in the upper 60s. I'll show you the 7-day forecast in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Marie, thank you. President Trump is giving us a preview of his speech tonight on the war with Iran. The president says the U.S. will be out of Iran, quote, pretty quickly, but could return for, quote, spot hits. In the interview with Reuters news service, Trump said Iran is asking for a ceasefire, but that he won't consider it unless the Strait of Hormuz is open. He said until then, the U.S. will continue attacking Iran. The president told Reuters that in tonight's speech, he will talk about the possibility of withdrawing the U.S. from the NATO alliance. Fox 11 will carry his speech on TV and stream it on the Fox local app as well.
Meanwhile, this morning, the president sitting front row at the U.S. Supreme Court as the justices hear arguments on one of the term's most consequential cases concerning birthright citizenship. The 14th Amendment to the Constitution says that all persons born or naturalized in the United States are citizens. It was intended to ensure formerly enslaved people and their children were U.S. citizens. Earlier this year, President Trump signed an executive order declaring children